Tonight, we're starting our trip from the sprawling but sparkling jewel in the Nevada desert, Las Vegas. I know Vegas is the city of intense summer heat, traffic jams, and I recall that Jaguar modified their cars of yesteryear with a special Vegas-sized radiator to keep the engines from overheating. Vegas is also known for entertainment, gambling, conferences and expositions. But behind the glamour and ritz of shows and slot machines and the most fantastic cheesecake, there's a whole haulage supporting business keeping the goods moving. It may come rain, it may come shine, hot or cold. We don't have a particularly glamorous trip to do today, but someone's got to do it. And so, let's jump into the Peterbilt 579, which is equipped with a Caterpillar C11 and an automated 10-speed transmission, and take the US 93 and go on a little trip. Good evening, welcome to Las Vegas. Welcome to my Peterbilt 579. Just going to go ahead and back the trailer up and get our cargo for tonight's trip. I don't expect this to be a particularly exciting trip visually because it's dark and it's raining. But it's okay. The point of this trip is more about exercising a Caterpillar C11. This is a mid-range engine, a mid-range for the C11 I should say, in what I would imagine to be a fairly typical short-range delivery truck. It's a day cab. It's a 4x2. Let me just maneuver here. I try not to make too much of a mess of backing up the trailer. Yes, so anyway, it's a 4x2. It's a Caterpillar C11 engine. Like I say, it's a mid-range, so it's a 335 horsepower rated, 1250 foot-pounds of torque. It's a 10-speed automated overdrive transmission with a 3.7 final drive. So it's short enough to hopefully make the most from this engine, but not so short that we're running out of revs should we be able to reach 65 miles an hour. Our load today is just over 40,000 pounds. It's quite a heavy load for quite a low powered engine, and that's by design. I really want to squeeze this Caterpillar and just see how well it does. And a 4x2, well, it looks similar to a 6x2 or a 6x4 from the front. But when you see it from the side, there's just one axle behind the cabin, behind the driver. It's a lighter truck than the normal day cabs. It's not as stable. And traction wise, it does okay. We should be alright. Alright, that's got the cargo loaded just about. Okay, and without further ado, let's make like a tree and get out of here. It's felt like it's been a voyage just to leave this parking lot, or yard, or car park, or whatever you wish to call it. And Vegas traffic. Alright. Well, I set the traffic density to be 1.1, so 10%, this guy's going to give way. Is he? Is he going to get... Nope. Okay. So I set traffic density to be about 10% more than normal. Vegas is busy anyway, and it's just going to make the trip a little more interesting. Though it is late at night, so that makes a difference. There's a little bit less traffic later in the evening. We'll see how well it works. So, expectations for the trip. The C11's going to do just fine. It's not going to be particularly disadvantaged. Yeah, it's going to be a little slower up some of these steep inclines. Oh, got to stop. Give way for the... Okay, really? Okay, Tesla's going to stop. He chooses to give way. Anyway, the C11's going to do just fine. It's not going to be especially disadvantaged. Some of the long gradients are probably going to require dropping down 1, 2 or maybe 3 gears. But that's nothing unusual for the US 93. Mileage wise, it should do okay, but the hills are really they're gonna bite. So I'm hopeful to get 7, but I may not. Where this particular truck has a big advantage compared to the larger trucks is it's smaller and more nimble for Vegas traffic. Not necessarily reflected so much in the game, but that's the idea behind it. It's a shame that it's raining. Vegas looks, it's a pretty city in the game. Rain is harmful to frame rate, seems to be a bit hard on the processor, and there's a bit of a graphical overload too, so the game's performing okay, but not always the most smooth or fluid. Gonna merge left here. Right now I'm gonna have to turn left to join the highway at the bottom. This can get particularly busy, so alright, mission accomplished. No surprises, but so far things felt great, zipping around the city. But that's going to be true of almost every truck in the game.
Turn left.
We'll be waiting here for a minute or two, and then we're pretty much straight onto a 65 mph section, which is going to be a bit of a challenge. Okay, let's stretch this Caterpillar's legs then. Let's get up to 65. Yeah, no problems there. But I'm heading down a hill with a bit of weight behind me. Once we get going, we shall be plunged into darkness as we lose the street lights, and I don't think there'll be much to see, unfortunately. So I may well end up accelerating time, but watch the space. Well, whilst we get up to cruising speed, let's just say a few more words about the C11. So it's one of 4 Caterpillar engines I added to the Steel Productions engine pack. That was the C10, the 11, the 12 and the 13. Caterpillar don't have the most imaginatively named engines, but I don't know of any manufacturer that really does. The C11 wasn't in service or wasn't sold for very long. As I understand, it was the same size as the C13. So most companies were like, we're just going to buy the C13. We don't need the smaller engine. Oh, there we go. Had to downshift there. So as far as performance goes, yeah, it's not as powerful as the 13. Expect it to be. And mileage wise, it's going to be, in theory, be a little bit better. I found in practice that the difference in fuel consumption is really not that significant unless you're extremely careful and have a light cargo and have the gearbox set up just right, so it's less forgiving. But for something like this, designed for short hauls, it could be a reasonable engine. Anywho, we've pretty much lost the street lights. I'm on the right road, so I'm going to accelerate time, and I will be back in a jiffy. Okay, we're pretty much there. Just up over this hill, turn left, and as I recall, second or third on the right. So here's the left turn.
Left. And then
Traffic's
turn left.
okay. That's reasonable. Don't have to wait so long.
Turn
Just
left.
got to make sure we don't crash, of course. Turning left, that would be embarrassing. Alright, almost there. And I've changed my game to default to give me random parking difficulty. So, what could possibly go wrong?
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
I'm wondering what kind of parking it's going to have lined up for me. That's fine. Okay. That's a little difficult. Alright.
Finally,
Well,
there you
I'm going to have to, I guess, swing past it and hope that I can fit the truck in the corner on the right-hand side, just up here. Alright, so I want to aim everything towards the space. Get as close as I can to that piece of equipment, just the far side. And then we'll kind of turn right. Let's see if we can give ourselves the room to maneuver. Here goes. Okay, I'm going to skip over this bit because I had to shunt forwards and backwards for approximately 3 hours. And nobody wants to see that. Seriously? Am I still not there? I think I know what to do, I just can't manage to do it. Okay, it's the same thing as not doing it, so... Alright, let's, okay. Alright, well the game says that that's good enough, so I guess it's close enough for me. Fantastic. Alright, well, let's see how well we did. Let's get this cargo unloaded. So, 154 miles and 23.4 gallons. That's about 6.5 miles per gallon, which is okay. It's not great. Speaking of okay but not great, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if so, you know what to do. But most of all, thanks so much for the support. Check below for some links to some of the mods I've used, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.